Hello everybody, I'm your friendly neighborhood Ohioman, and welcome to my weekly news and video roundup. Starting off the news this week, there was one article that I read that just completely blew my mind by just what was said in it. They announced that Tomb Raider, the new one that came out at the beginning of this month, has sold 3.4 million copies since it came out. That's nearly 3.5 million copies of the game sold in about a month. That sounds pretty damn good, right? Well, Square Enix said that they're considering the game a failure because it didn't reach their goal of 5 million copies. Since when has it become a thing that we're judging how good a game is based upon purely the first months of sales? I mean, the way that Square Enix is making it sound, it's almost like that Tomb Raider was a total bomb for them, when it clearly isn't. It's only been out for a month, and I'm sure, based upon the reviews it's been getting really good reviews. So I'm sure that's going to get more people attracted to the game within the coming months. Plus, they're not taking digital sales into account, like those sold on Steam and stuff like that. So I'm sure if you took all the digital sales in also, I'm sure they've reached their goal of 5 million in order to be a success. And I'm curious, why aren't digital sales included in this number? I mean, digital is becoming much more popular nowadays, and I feel like that's where it's going to go to eventually, where everything is just going to be purely digital. So it's stupid that they don't include digital copies of games sold into their analyst report or whatever it is they do. At the Game Developers Conference, they officially announced that the Phantom Pain trailer that had come out during the Video Game Awards a few months ago is in fact Metal Gear Solid 5. And they released a more extended trailer now that looks absolutely fantastic, even though nobody has any idea what's going on in it. Which pretty much just describes every single Metal Gear Solid trailer that's been released since number 2. What was interesting about the trailer was that it looked like it included elements from Ground Zeroes, which was the other Metal Gear Solid game they had announced recently. And people were just assuming that maybe those two were going to be actually the same game. But Konami announced that Ground Zeroes and Phantom Pain are actually two separate games, and Ground Zero is going to serve as a prologue to the Phantom Pain. So I'm wondering, is this going to be two full retail games, $60 each, or are they going to do kind of what they did with Gran Turismo 5, where they released Gran Turismo 5 Prologue, which was cheaper and it just detailed what you're going to be expecting from Gran Turismo 5, and then they released the full game later on. So that would be pretty cool if they did it that way, so they're not making people pay for a full $120 probably for the games. Although even if they did release them as two separate games, I'm sure people would still eat them up. It's Metal Gear Solid and it's got Snake in it. Granted, it's Big Boss, but it still looks fantastic, and I'm sure people are gonna love it no matter what they do. And finally this week, if you've watched any of my previous weekly news, you'll know that I've been following the fate of Darksiders pretty closely since THQ went bankrupt. And this week, Crytek USA, the company that's made up of ex-Vigil Studio members, which had created the Darksiders series, they said they're going to bid on the Darksiders IP, so that hopefully in the future they can work on Darksiders 3 eventually. And this is actually what I was hoping would happen, that even though they're not looking to make the game yet, they would at least have the IP so that if they ever decided to go back to the series, they could. I'll keep you posted on the pretty much final fate of the Darksiders series, but hopefully things will go in the way of Crytek USA and things will have a happy ending. And we'll finally get the Darksiders 3 we're all waiting for, where it's 4-player co-op with all the horsemen, and everybody's just having tons of fun during the end of the world. Anyway, that's all the news I have for you this week. Thanks all for watching. Feel free to leave a comment down below on any of the news items that might have interested you this week, and I will see you all next time. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, actually, I won't see you next time, because this is the last video I'll be submitting to the YouTube competition, which ends tonight at midnight, where the site's going to close down for 10 years, and they're going to judge about which is the best YouTube video that was submitted for the contest, and they're going to announce it in 2023. I'll post a video down below without explaining all the details, but wish me luck.